Sure, Christmas is nice, but sometimes you need a little something more, like witches, werewolves, bear shifters. So many bear shifters. I have one question. Why? I need somebody to read these with me though. So I've asked the fabulous Tiffany of Tiff Talks Pages to join me in this reading vlog that's all about paranormal Christmas novellas on Kindle Unlimited. Hi, my name is Bea. Welcome to my channel. Mama needs to read romance, but I don't know about these bears. I am so excited to get this paranormal reading vlog underway, and I thought what better place to start than with an academy that has witches and wolf shifters. So this one sounded really fun. It's a novella that actually follows a trilogy. I know it says it's better if you read the trilogy, but it just sounded so interesting, and I thought, you know what, why not? I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it. But let's talk about the author, Valia Lind, first. Looking at her website, looks like she's known for YA romantic fantasy, paranormal romance, witchy, cozy mysteries. Sign me up. She has a podcast, a blog. This gal is busy. I just love going to authors' websites and seeing the free stuff. I'm excited to jump into her world today. The series is called the Thunderbird Academy. It's a trilogy. The first book is Of Water and Moonlight. The second book is Of Destiny and Illusions, and the third and final in the trilogy is Of Storms and Triumphs. But today we're going to be focusing on Of Holidays and Soulmates. So I'm excited to read more about this. Christmas has come to Thunderbird Academy, and it has brought a new set of problems. First, the decorations aren't ready because I decided to make them by hand, and we all know I should have used magic. Second, one of Aiden's packmates is missing. Now we have to trot through the cold forest to find him and kick into oblivion whatever creature decided to disrupt my perfect holiday. No one gets to mess with my Christmas or my pack. Speaking of Aiden, my gorgeous and broody soulmate, he's been acting a little weird. I'm going to have to nip that in the bud. What's a holiday without a magical battle and some drama? I have a feeling this is one Christmas we won't forget. Of Holidays and Soulmates is a Christmas novella set 5 years after the events of the Thunderbird Academy trilogy. Featuring favorites from the Hawthorne world, this fun and romantic novella is full of adventure, found family, and a sweet and swoony romance. When I read that, I just had to pick this for my very first book this week. So let's do it. I wanted you to see the fog as I tell you about the first part of this book. Oh my gosh. It's just darling. I love it so much. It's so swoony. Maddie and Aiden, she's a witch, he's a wolf shifter. They have been in love for like 5 years. They were initially enemies to lovers, and now they're head over heels, and the love that they have for each other is so tender and so all-consuming. Just so beautiful watching them together, and I think there might be a proposal on the way. Maddie is a teacher now at the Thunderbird Academy where they first met. Aiden is the head, he's the alpha of the pack that's part of this task force that protects the Thunderbird Academy, and Ben, one of the pack, has gone missing, so they have to work together to try to find him and then maybe defeat a foe. So I don't want to say too much more, but I will just say I am loving this so much, but I have a feeling that you may not want to read this unless you've read the Thunderbird Academy, because there's some spoilers about what happens. It honestly makes me want to read the Thunderbird Academy because the writing is great, the romance is great, there's a hint of spice, it's just so good. So anyway, I can't wait to read the rest and finish. I just finished Of Holidays and Soulmates. It was adorable. 4.5 stars. The writing wasn't always perfect, but it was really, really cute. All the Christmassy feels, so cozy. The found family aspect with the shifters and the witches. They have portals too. That was another magic aspect I didn't mention earlier, that where they can travel. The academy is so sweet, especially at Christmas time when there's hardly anybody left who's not gone home for Christmas. It was just so special. And I just regret that I haven't read the series, because you can tell this author loves her characters, and I just enjoyed this immensely. It was so beautiful. There was a proposal. It was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, the words that they say to each other, the love that they have, it was so swoon worthy. There was no more spice. There was a couple kisses, but I don't know if this is YA or if it's just closed door or whatever, but just really, really enjoyed it. Who knew? Who knew that a Thunderbird Academy book about witches and shifters and fae would turn out to be so incredibly dear? wearing my Hallmark Channel #1 fan sweatshirt, which has no business being in this vlog, but I will tell you one thing. If you're a Hallmark Channel fan like I am, A Biltmore Christmas, have you seen it? If you haven't, you need to watch it. It's insanely good. I'm just saying. I am in the mood for sprites today who can affect the environment with their happiness or lack thereof. So this particular one is written by Macy Blake. Of course, I have to go to her website. It is a very fabulous website. Really cool. She is the author of LGBTQ plus paranormal and fantasy romance with some cute guys. I mean, oh my heavens. Wow. And she's a cutie patootie herself. I love it. And today we're going to be reading Elden Christmas Sprites Book 3. Now, they all looked good to me, all 4 of the books in the Christmas Sprites series, but I thought I would focus on this one just because it was the shortest. Isn't that a terrible thing to say? It's just that there's so much going on right now. And I still want to enjoy the series, an MM romance featuring magical Christmas sprites. Who can say no? But yes, I did pick the shortest one because they all sound good. So let's read about this. You'll be sorry. Elden doesn't care what Tatum William Bixby III thinks. He absolutely will not allow the Snowda shop to become some corporate monstrosity. Mistletoe Falls is Elden's home, his life's work, and some stuck-up, irritating rich Grinch will not ruin their small-town spirit, no matter how gorgeous and intriguing Elden finds the annoying newcomer. So we've got Christmassy feels, we've got small town, we've got save the shop. Love it. Baby, it's cold outside. Frigid even. If the adorable Elden's reaction to Tate's arrival in Mistletoe Falls is anything to go by, his plan to secretly escape to the small town for a much-needed break has turned into a challenge to drive Elden over the edge. Sweet Elden has a bite to him, though, and when Tate's secret emerges, he and Elden reach a holiday crisis of their own. Will the magic of Mistletoe Falls finally miss its mark, or did Elden and Tate find love at frost sight? If you love fated mates, enemies to lovers, and magical elves, sprites, who make the season bright, this holiday romance will leave you in peppermint condition. I love a good pun, and I can't wait to dive right into this book. Let's do it. I am currently midway through Elden Christmas Sprite, Book 3, or something to that effect, and there is a whole lot of flirting going on by Tate. Tate is in a small town, so this is a small town romance, if you didn't already get that from the summary, and Elden is mostly irritated, although he's sort of tolerating Tate's flirting. Tate is very interested in Elden. Apparently he's interested in guys, girls, whatever, but now he's got his heart set on a Christmas Sprite, although he has no idea that Elden has special powers. Interestingly, depending on Elden's mood, decorations can change or lights can glow, and so far he's made Elden affect lights in a more glowing way. It's very interesting. But yeah, this is cute. Well, I just finished Elden Christmas Sprite Book 3. It really was cute. I have to say though, they talked about the banter between Elden and Tate, and I honestly think that it was more like Elden being grumpy while Tate flirted with him. It didn't really feel like banter. But Colby, who I think might be the love interest in the 4th book, Colby is best friends with Tate, and I think the banter between these two best friends, Tate and Colby, was actually the best banter. It was a little spicy when elves find their fated mates. Their magic starts to build. In the series, the magic had been dying, and it's so unusual for elves to find their fated mates. So once they do, like, their magic starts to grow. So it was neat to see what happened to Elden and their environment when Elden's starting to feel love and his magic is growing. It was fun. It was fun. I'm gonna give this 3.5 stars because I didn't always find it super gripping. Them as a couple, it wasn't too compelling for me because the grumpy sunshine thing doesn't always work for me. It does sometimes, but this felt a smidge flat. But overall, I had a good time. It did give me those Christmassy vibes. The little small town is really cute. You only really get to meet one other character that's not one of the elves, and she was very sweet. So anyway, I'd like to introduce you to 3-year-old Santa.
What did you just say to me?
I said ho ho.
Well, how did you say it? Try it again.
Ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
Oh, I love that throwing the bat. What are you gonna do now, Santa?
Get some present for the goods.
Okay, go for it.
But I don't have a sled.
Uh-oh, what are we gonna do?
I don't have any reindeer diesel.
Oh no, what do we do?
Ho
Ho ho ho no.
ho ho yes.
What do you say? Can you say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Is that not hilarious? I had to share. I hope you don't mind. All right, so it's day 3 now, and I just finished filming my announcement for Team Unicorn. So I'm really excited about the readathon coming up. But let's talk about the book we're going to be reading today by Brenda Trim. Let's look at her website. Ooh, this is cool. Books, swag, giveaways. Gotta love a giveaway. Let's just see. Ooh, get a free ebook from Brenda Trim. See, this is why I say you gotta go to the websites. I know I keep saying it, but it bears repeating. Midlife Witchery, Mystical Midlife in Maine, Twisted Sisters Midlife Maelstrom, Dame of the Midnight Relics, Shrouded Nation, Hollow Rock Shifters, Dark Warriors Alliance. That's the series we're going to be reading today. Bramble's Edge Academy, Midnight Doms series, box sets, and coming soon. I love all the midlife here. But let's talk about what we're focusing on today. All I want for Christmas is my mating stone. This is book 20.5 in the Dark Warrior Alliance. It's a novella, obviously. I chose it because I was really intrigued by the premise. The tree is trimmed, the stockings are hung, and Mac is ready to celebrate the holidays with her sexy vampire, Kieran. But when she discovers her mating stone has gone missing, she's ready to sever some heads. Christmas cheer quickly turns into chaos when the other females at Zoom can't locate their stones either. Subsequently, terrible events occur one after the other, and Mac is convinced it's because of the missing jewels. Ooh, they're jewels. She fears her worst nightmare has come true. Did the archdemon steal the stones and finally obtain the leverage needed to gain access to the Triskelay amulet? Ooh. This is intense. If so, the Lord of the Underworld will soon wreak havoc on her friends and family as well as the entire planet. Could this be worse? Mac and Kieran travel to the Dragon Realm, Koth, in search of a clue to the whereabouts of the stones. Poisonous birds, mischievous gnomes, and a rendezvous beneath a waterfall can mean only one thing. It's another unforgettable adventure with a feisty, sarcastic, F-bomb dropping Mac and her deviant vampire prince, Kieran. What begins as a search for a shiny stone ends with the couple learning the true meaning of love, sacrifice, and family. Christmas miracles exist if you truly believe. Let's start believing. Well, I am midway through this book, and wow. I mean, it's like a trifecta. The writing is not the best I've ever read, but it really does pull off 3 things. 1, we have more fantasy creatures than you can shake a stick at. You name the creature, they've probably talked about it. I think I've heard about everything except for like water sprites and leprechauns. I mean, it's everything. They've even gone into 2 different realms. They're all over the place. They are looking for these mating stones. Apparently, these magical creatures are all male, and then there's human women that have become their fated mates. They all live in the same giant house together. All the women are missing their mating stones, which are stones that are imbued with magic. They also make the women immortal as long as they have them in their possession. So this is very dangerous to not have these stones. They were basically like wedding gifts kind of by a goddess who imbued them with magic. They actually have special like how to describe it, like flames inside almost, or a special light. They're gorgeous, but they're all missing. And now all these bad things are happening. So as I mentioned, the first element that they really hit is fantasy. The second element is like serious topics. One of the women who is pregnant, her baby stops moving like while she's pregnant, which could be so triggering to some people. One of the characters is able to work in healing, and so he's able to heal her, and then she starts feeling the baby move again, but it's like, yikes. And then another topic that's super heavy is our main characters, Mac, who is a human woman who is now one of the big dark warriors, and Kieran, who is a vampire, who's definitely also Scottish because he's got the brogue going. They are very amorous, very amorous. This book is spicy, by the way. He wants to have a bairn, a baby, and she does not. And she doesn't want to give up her career, being a dark warrior, for the baby. And they're talking about it. He really wants one. He's ready to start a family. And just the way they're talking about it, I'm like, wow, they're hitting some heavy topics. Then the third part of the trifecta is they're also doing Christmas stuff. So they're decorating. Of course, now though, they're really freaking out about the stones. So they're all over the place, fighting and seeing other characters. Because again, this is after 20 books in the series. Big ensemble cast. I'm super entertained for sure. I just can't wait to see how this ends up. I finished the book and I'm going to give this 4 stars. It was wonderfully entertaining. Plot twist I did not expect. There was another heavy turn though. We missed it. It's not on page, but a mother died during childbirth. So then there's an infant in need of a home. And that was resolved very well, I thought. There was quite a bit of spice. The plot moved right along. It wasn't the best writing that I've ever seen, but I was entertained. And that's kind of what you want from a Christmas novella. It even teased book 21 in the series coming out. So can't wait to see what we get into tomorrow. I can't believe that we are getting towards the end of this vlog already. Day 4 out of 5. And today I'm picking maybe the shortest one actually. I think it's like 50 some pages. It's Carrie's Christmas Viking. Let's learn a little bit about this author before we dive right into the book. On her website it says that Lindsay Townsend is an English novelist currently writing historical romance for Kensington Books. She's got several series: The Knight and the Witch, The Mistress Angel, Medieval Creatures, Viking, and the Pictish Princess? So a lot of fantasy and paranormal here. Oh, I see another Christmas one, Sir Conrad and the Christmas Treasure. Okay, so she's got a lot of stuff here. Mystery, thriller, romance, fantasy, science fiction, all genres. Wow, she is all over the place. Today, though, we are focusing on Carrie's Christmas Viking, which, let's be honest, I don't know that I'm super enamored with this cover. It looks mostly funny to me. The little tagline on the front, he was trapped and she freed him. Maybe you're supposed to read it with more emotion, but there's not even punctuation at the end. So I'm not sure just how high my hopes are for this one, but it looked so bonkers I had to pick it. Bound by the golden chains, the old statue of Eric the Viking protector has belonged to Carrie's grandfather and his father before him. Eric had always been a part of Carrie's life, though she'd wished through the years that he was real, not just a statue. But Eric has been imprisoned by magic, a magic spell dealt him by one of Carrie's ancestors, a punishment for his own greed until he truly understood what he'd done. When Carrie's ex-husband shows an unnatural interest in her modest little home left to her by her grandfather, Eric finally gets his chance at freedom. Who else can save Carrie from the ancient wicked forces at work against her? But will his protection be enough against the powerful evil they face in this present time? It's his only chance to prove himself worthy of release from his centuries of imprisonment. He vows to love and cherish Carrie in his heart forever, if he can save them both. Though the dangerous dark powers threaten them, Carrie has faith, for at Christmas anything is possible, even magic. This sounds really interesting. I'm excited to try this out today. Let's do it. Okay, so I am 50% through Carrie's Christmas Viking, and this book is completely insane. At certain points, I think it's done from a different person's perspective. There's also dreams that are being had, and it's just not making any sense at all. I'm just like, what is happening? I almost DNF'd it at one point. I mean, we have a Viking who oh gosh. So we have a witch. I don't even know where to begin. There's a witch who bewitches Eric, our head Viking, our main character Viking, because Eric had designs on the witch's son, not in a nefarious way exactly. He just wants to raise her son as his own. And she said, I'm going to turn you into stone or something because you wanted to take my son to raise as your own, because his wife and their son passed away and he was sad and he wanted a son. It was so weird. Anyway, then he's sort of sleeping and then he wakes up kind of to see this girl, Carrie, is a little girl playing with him. Like, apparently over the hundreds of years he's been made of stone or wood or plastic. I think now he's plastic and he's like a little toy, and she's playing with him as a little girl, and then she's playing with him as an older girl, and then as like an adult woman she brings him in the tub with her for some weird reason, and he wishes he could be real. At that point it's like, what? I don't know how I feel about it. She's upset. She's an adult now and she's talking to this plastic Viking for some reason and going on about how awful her ex-husband is, and she is in this cottage with him, the statue. At one point something bad happens or something, or it's scary, and so he becomes real, but he's smelly. And then like she's like, take me to bed and make me a real woman again. She's like, my ex-husband always said he was too tired or something. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And I'm like, ah. And then the witch, who, even though this was hundreds of years ago, she's like alive again or something. She's like watching all of this. She magics him out of bed before he can do anything. And she's like, you're not ready. And he goes, I'm ready. Can't you tell? And then she snaps her fingers and he deflates like a balloon or something. It's just like, what? This is just like all kinds of crazy. So I don't know. I really was thinking about DNFing it. It started to almost get coherent there for a minute. There are parts that are normal. It looks like there's some danger, like there's a bad guy who needs something in her house. This witch has set him to protect Carrie because Carrie is a direct descendant of the witch. So the witch basically said, you're going to be kind of like a piece of furniture or whatever in the families that are descended from me until we need you. So now it's sort of interesting. I don't know. This is crazy. Can't wait to finish. Marvelous, I continue to hide out in the bedrooms of my children. Or just any bedrooms, because there's millions of people in my house all the time and I'm just trying to find time. Anyway, okay, so I finished the book. It ended at like 85%, so it was a lot faster than I thought. There were some crazy plot twists in this. I don't want to give anything away in case you want to read it. I don't know if you want to read it. I wound up giving this 2 stars because so much of it made little sense and was very, very strangely written. But the overall premise of, he's going to protect her from this bad thing and then they sort of fall in love. It was interesting. I think that there is a book coming out by S.E. Wendell that is very similar, a gargoyle, I believe, that has been in a museum where this woman works who has been in a stone until he needs to protect her. And that, I think, is going to be incredible. I'm obviously showing it to you right here. I'm really excited about this premise. So I'm assuming it's going to be pulled off much better than this particular Kindle Unlimited novella that I just read, because I loved S.E. Wendell's Halfling. I mean, that's one of my favorite books of the entire year, for sure. I like the premise. And as I said, there were parts of this story that were good. Not enough of it was good to get more than 2 stars. So believe it or not, we've only got a little bit more before our last day. And I've got a doozy of a book picked out.
Oh, is said to fall today. The first snow this winter is promised for this day. It brings a hope of peace, both near and far away. It says we can live together and that we can find a way. The first snow this Christmas is promised for this day.
Can you believe that it is our last day already? And I have my laptop. I'm actually alone in the house, so I could come downstairs and do this. So you can see something other than my bedroom. I am very excited for today's book. It looks adorable based on the cover. Grimoires and Gingerbread, which is by Danielle Garrett. Looking at the Amazon page, there's 6 books in this series. Some of them are holiday. They're called the Sugar Shack Witch Mysteries, by the way. We've got, as I've shown you, Grimoires and Gingerbreads, Mermaids and Meringue, Sugar Cookies and Sirens. Now this one is, I think, Valentine's Day. It says it's a holiday. Hexes and Honey Buns. And the last one, Leprechauns and Lemon Bars. You can guess that's probably St. Patrick's Day. So another holiday one to look forward to next year. But let's look at her website too. I just love going to the websites. Look, 3 free Bewitching prequels when you join my newsletters. This is why I say you gotta go to their websites. You gotta check out their newsletters. Look at all these fun books. Obviously, she's all about the cozy mysteries and they look like so much fun. A little bit of magic. Oh, look! Another holiday, Winter Witches of Holiday Haven, Reindeer Runes. That looks like fun. Men love witches. Goodbye's a witch. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. So she's funny. Sorry, that's my bird clock. She does romance interspersed with cozy mysteries. I mean, this looks fantastic looking at her books. Look at all this. She is a prolific author. That is amazing. And then reading order. This helps. All her current series. Okay. So she's got a lot of resources on her website. And look at this. There's even a coloring page. Are you serious? Oh, how cute is this? I love it. So you, as you read each one, you can color it in. Oh my gosh, I love that. Why doesn't everyone do that? I love that. How fun. But let's read a little bit more about the novella that we are going to be focusing on today, Grimoires and Gingerbread, which is Sugar Shack Witch Mysteries #2. Christmas in winter spell means ice skating, hot cocoa by the barrel, and frosted gingerbread houses. I was almost looking forward to it. The merriment screeches to a halt when 2 elves show up, claiming to have been sent by Santa himself on a mission to track down an ancient grimoire. A grimoire with the power of Christmas itself woven through the pages. Without it, Christmas isn't happening, and Santa himself is in grave danger. Could winter spell hold the key to saving Christmas? Grimoires and Gingerbread is a holiday-themed novella in the Sugar Shack Witch Mysteries series by Danielle Garrett. This festive novella falls after the events in the first book, but could also be enjoyed as a standalone. Thank goodness, because that's how we're doing it today. I'm at the 50% point of Grimoires and Gingerbread. Could this book be any cuter? No, it could not. It's giving me vibes of like the first couple books in the Harry Potter series where it's just magic and fun. We have Rosella. She owns a bakery with her sisters in Winterspell, Washington. It's a place that only magical folk can go. Regular people can't even go there. She has a guy she's kind of into who shows up at the bakery one day. He's a monster hunter, apparently. Now, they do give a little bit of a spoiler about what happened in the first book in the series. She helped him with one of his other missions, and now he's got another mission for her. They're going to be helping Santa. Santa's grimoire, because he has a grimoire for some reason, has been stolen, and Orion, that's our male lead, needs Rosella to help him. He interrupts her, by the way, as she is having a little food fight with her witch sisters in the bakery. They're throwing gumdrops and things, and they say never start a food fight with an air witch, because apparently one of the sisters creates a tornado of like Christmassy candy. And I was like, this is so cute. I'm loving this so much. Anyway, so Orion asks Rosella on a date. She says no, but then he says, I actually also need your help. So they are going to have a date later, apparently, but this handsome man needs her to figure out where this grimoire went. So he actually needs her to go interview a squirrel because she's apparently does her Dr. Dolittle thing. She needs to go interview a squirrel because the squirrel is the witness to who took the grimoire. There are also 2 adorable elves who are not super bright. They're sweet as all get out though, but the elves are supposed to be helping, and Orion's like, you'll know why this grimoire hasn't been found yet when you meet these elves. They're not the sharpest knives in the drawer. Anyway, I'm just enjoying this so much. I'm having a great time and I can't wait to finish it. Well, I just finished Grimoires and Gingerbread. It was adorable. Adorable. I loved it so much. Before I say anything else, Mermaids and Meringue is a New Year's book, which comes next. So if you decide to read Grimoires and Gingerbread, get ready because there's another fun novella in store for the new year. So how cool is that? And they're all on Kindle Unlimited, by the way, if you didn't notice that from my Amazon thing a minute ago. From when I was looking on Amazon a minute ago. I wound up giving Grimoires and Gingerbread 4 stars. It was a little bit easy to get the bad guy, but again, this is a novella, so I probably am being too harsh, but still, I think the whole point of it was just to have a mystery to solve, some sweet potential romance elements. They're interested in each other, but there was nothing more than that. There's 4 more books in the series though, so maybe something develops over time. We'll have to see. I thought the characters were super adorable, and I really liked our heroine. I can't believe this paranormal romance vlog is over, and really, I read such a wide variety. It was a lot of fun, from the sweet to the spicy and everything in between. I want to thank Tiffany of Tiff Talks Pages for doing this collab with me. I cannot wait to see her video. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is that you're reading, whether it's paranormal, romance, Christmas novellas on Kindle Unlimited or not. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.